All right, so before we get too far into this video, I did want to say that I was contacted by Kaiweets and they asked if I would do a video review of this product. Of course, I said yes, so they sent this to me free of charge in exchange for this video review. If you're the type of person who's triggered by stuff like that, then you probably should find something else to watch. Maybe a cat video or something. Do you have a need for PCB prototyping and assembly services? If so, check out PCBWay.com. PCBWay.com's manufacturing and assembly services are fast and efficient, getting you what you need when you need it. PCBWay.com can handle all your project needs, from PCB printing to design and assembly services to CNC machining and even 3D printing. They have you covered. Get your project started now with PCBWay.com. Anyhow, here's the packaging for the Kaiweets screwdriver sets. 137 in 1. It's electric screwdriver handle, magnetic design, 360 LED light, and durable precision point. Now we're not going to go over all the different specs and stuff like that on the back of this box, but here is a maybe I can get a little bit of a zoom on there for you. You can see the different bit types, the names of those, and then the sizes that come with this, and then also some of the other parts, the disassembly accessories. Now, I have not opened this, so I'm going to do it right now, and we can enjoy this moment together. Let's go ahead and flip this over. I did see some pictures of this on the internet, but I'm not entirely sure what to expect. And that ends the unboxing portion of this video. But here's the user manual, and I don't know, you can take a look in there. It looks like it's written, it's at least got an English portion, and it doesn't look too bad. We'll take a look at that if necessary, but I don't think it will be. And then let me go ahead and open this up. And it looks like we had a little bit of an accident down here. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit so you can see better. All right, so if you take a look, here is a bunch of different screwdriver types. These look to be mostly Phillips, and there's a couple of other ones in here. And then if I move down, you can see that some of the security pins, some of the Torx, some of the hex. I mean, this thing has just about every type of screwdriver bit that you may ever need and you may never need. And then it has these, I guess they're protective flaps. This one seems to have something in it. And this says Mobile Phone Repair Tools Screw Memory Mat. And that feels like it's a magnet. Let me see if I can, oh, I think I got some screws right here. Let's see how well this works. And would you look at that? So that's pretty handy for when you're taking stuff apart. Let's go ahead and move that out of the way. Now, down here where it came apart, you actually have a bunch of these little drivers. Like here's a plus driver, a Phillips driver. I'm not sure what you would call that. Like an inverted Phillips driver or something like that. It looks like it goes here. And then you have all these little small like ratchet nut sockets or something like that. I guess I just put those back like this, like so. Now, I'm not sure that that's the precise spot where they belong, but that's okay. Over here, let's see what we have. So we have a big tube here. And this tube is actually the screwdriver itself, which is pretty neat. Here's the Phillips, so you can turn that on if you're working in like a low light condition and you need to be able to see. Let's put something on here real quick. There we go. And then you can go forward or backwards with this screwdriver. And the screwdriver, it looks like it charges right here via USB-C. So here's the back of the screwdriver, and you can see that it's a USB-C connection. This is actually pretty handy. I've never owned an electronic screwdriver, but let's see what else we have in here. This is called a spudger, and you use these when you need to pry stuff open, like electronics and stuff like that. I actually use these quite a bit. I have a spudger kit, and I use it for taking apart like iPad cases and stuff like that. It works really well for that. Let's see. This is This is for when you are going to try to do a tighten or loosen a screw, a bolt, or something like that. That's not exactly in a straight spot. So you would put it in like this, and you can see the end of it still spin. Pretty handy. Let's see. This is a suction cup for lifting glass. So if you were disassembling like an iPhone or something like that, then you would adhere this to the glass, and then you pull it off just like that. I'm not entirely sure what this piece is, but it looks like it's a small pin, and this is probably for resetting factory reset pins on small devices, or maybe popping out SIM cards on cell phones and stuff like that. I have no idea what this is, but it looks like it comes apart. Maybe it doesn't. Well, we'll have to check the manual on that one. It comes with a whole mess of these. Folks will call them guitar picks, but these are like the spudger that we looked at earlier. They're used to pry things apart or to pop things up. And if you're like taking a tight case off of something, you would stick those all the way around to help open it up. Here's another pry bar spudger type tool. This one is made out of plastic. Pretty handy though. I'm pretty impressed so far. Little brush for cleaning up after yourself. And then we have some precision scissors or tweezers here that you would use in the event that you have to do some small or fine work. This looks to be an extension that you would put in here. And then perhaps take something. Well, this one came apart. Looks like it has an extension of its own. And then you would just use something like that. And then here's our USB-C cable. All right, well, what we're going to do now is we're going to find something to take apart a little bit and see how this kit works. I'll be back in a minute. All right, so what this is, it's a magnet. So you can see right here that it picked that up, or a magnetizer. And so the way it works is that here's our screwdriver, and you can see it's not magnetized to move these screws around. But if I put it in here and then do some of this kind of stuff, then my screwdriver becomes magnetized. That's only temporary magnetization, but that's a pretty cool thing. I don't want to lose this. All right, so just to test this thing out, what we're going to do is we're going to take, I don't know, some screws out of this device that I have here, just to see how well it works. And these are hex screws. And then so over here, let me get this out of the way. I have these different hex sizes. And so I can just pick one that I think looks about right. Oh, too big. Let's pick the next one down. And that feels like it's perfect. So let me put this one back so I don't lose it. And now that I've done that, let me go ahead and take my screwdriver and just go ahead and put this here. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. And see how well this thing works. Well, it's working pretty well. That one came out all the way. Here it has an adjustment that you can use to adjust the oh, that's the LED light. Silly me. I thought it had a Torx adjustment on here somewhere, but I don't see it. Anyhow, this almost is done. Well, there's the inside of my tuner, and I guess it doesn't look too bad. We'll worry about this tuner at a later date. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that back together, but this made that a snap. And one of the things I'm going to say is that I've had this mini screwdriver kit for, I don't know, 10 plus years sitting on my desk. And I like it a lot, but it's got some limited choices in there. It's missing a couple pieces, so it's got some extra stuff. I think that this is going to actually move off the desk for now, and this Kaiweets case is going to take over the spot. That was actually much easier to take this apart than it is fully by hand. I love the fact that this is electronic. All right, so I know what we're going to spend the rest of the day doing, taking things apart. So here's just a inexpensive multimeter that I have that for whatever reason, we're going to take it apart. So when I flip it over, I know that there's 2 screw holes back here, and I'm pretty sure that these are going to be Phillips head screws. So when I take a look here, I'm going to take a look, and I think it's going to be this one. Let's just go ahead and put that in there, and that fits perfectly. So let me go ahead and get my electric screwdriver that I just love using, and back that screw right on out. Get this one. There we go. Now we can use these pry bars or spudgers to get into the cracks of this. That was pretty easy. Pop that baby open. And then here's the inside of a $5 multimeter, in case you were wondering. Oh, there are the screws. They fell out. And we're back together. Awesome. You know, I wasn't going to put this back into the tube that came with it, but I just realized that that tube that I flinged over that way, I actually need that to keep these buttons from actuating. And I think that's going to be close to the end of this video. I mean, this comes with every type of adapter or connector that you could possibly want. Super handy, and I'm really looking forward to using this, so I'm sure you'll see it in some more videos. But this has earned its place on the desk, and it's going to stay there. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank Kaiweets for sending this to me for my consideration. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or recommendations, go ahead and post them below, and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks for watching, everybody.